Hey, you still got it. Respect, baby. You know, we've been through so much, and after 2 decades, I finally had to admit that all along it was you. You're the reason for the Patriots dynasty, because you, Bill Belichick, you are a true coaching genius. I mean, you had to choose between an aging, injured, overpaid Drew Bledsoe and a young, healthy, minimum wage superstar. I could have got a fucking coach from Foxborough fucking high school to make that decision. Run it again, Belichick! I've been out of the game for a minute, so I'm curious. How many Super Bowl rings have you won since I left? Maybe it's not just the guy on the sideline. When I go to the Indy 500, I don't ask the winning driver, hey, who gassed up your car?
Okay. You think those are just jokes?
Yes.
No.
Oh, come on.
You come on. You don't think Bill is like, oh, ha, I don't have any rings without you? That's like the number one thing Bill cares about.
What did you think Bill expected when he agreed to go onto that dais?
He might have expected it. He might have expected it. Do you think he wanted that? He might have expected it. Do you think he finds it funny? No. God, no. It's the truth. I don't think Bill finds that funny at all.
I think he finds it funny in that context.
Did you hear
I think if somebody was interviewing him for if Jerry Jones says that to him, it's not so funny.
I don't think that was a joke. I think that was a lot of truth from Brady. Did you hear the crowd's reaction?
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear that again, Ryan?
The crowd was very responsive.
I mean, that was...
Yeah. How many Super Bowl rings have you won since I left? Maybe it's not just the guy on the sideline. When I go to the Indy 500, I don't ask the winning driver, hey, who gassed up your car?
So people are saying in the Twitch chat, they've been saying this, twitch.tv/BostonWEI, has Jones ever seen a roast before? Does Jones not get that they're jokes?
Yeah, Jones.
No, but there's truth in them.
That's what makes them funny.
Do you think Gronk found all the jokes about him being a dummy were funny? No.
You think Trump liked all the jokes about him at the Trump roast?
It's like, oh yeah, it's just a joke. Everybody thinks they're super funny. Bill didn't find that funny, not for a second. And Brady knew it, and Brady went there. And I give Brady some credit. And so I get how roasts work, and I get how jokes work. I guess
really feel like
I guess Gronk should just think it's really funny that everybody thinks he's an idiot and a caveman and a dummy.
Yeah, because he hasn't been playing into it at any point in his career.
You think it looked like he was having a good time with that up there last night, Mego?
It looked like a good time when it was his turn to talk.
Okay, that's not what I asked. I said
to be a purpose, have passion in my life.
That's not what I asked. You think he found that funny?
You also skimmed over Belichick's best line for Gronk, which was the "Do your job, stop doing your job."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, are you asking? Do I think Gronkowski has a sense of humor? Yes, I do. Yeah. I think he has much more one than Belichick does. Sure.
Yeah. Do you think he was at a certain point in time? He had to reference in the middle of his set. He's like, "Yo, I guess everybody just thinks I'm a dummy up here." Like he got
a lot of people, kind of connected me with a saying called, "Do your job," and telling people to do their job. And Gronk, I've been watching you on Fox NFL Sunday, and I'm begging you, please, stop doing your job.
That was the best joke.
That was a good joke.
It was good delivery.
Okay, again, you guys think they're all just, everybody's just cool with all these jokes? That's insanity.
No, I don't think everyone's cool with all the jokes, but I think you're projecting a little something more than was there last night.
Okay.
I think it's the context of the thing.
Kraft
Everybody
and Bill,
signed up
I'm
for
projecting.
that. No, that was super awkward.
Bill?
I said not everybody. But a lot of the people
afterwards,
in the
they were all sitting together, taking pictures, hugging each other, and everything. Yeah. I mean, they seemed fine. Kraft, not so much, maybe, but everybody who was sitting on the football side of the day seemed fine with each other during and after it.
I think they've made up, and I think it's water under the bridge. I don't think Bill finds me winning without you funny, and you're the driver of the Indy car.
So he's up there and he's being a good sport.
Yeah.
Like, what's so bad about that?
There's nothing bad about it. I'm just telling you.
You sound pretty disgusted by
it. I'm not disgusted at it. I'm telling you that I think Brady knew he was jabbing him, and I think there's truth to it. That's
it was
all.
A roast. Of course he was jabbing him.
Okay,
yeah,
but there's
I don't understand what your point is.
There's truth to it. You think Brady doesn't feel like I won without you? You think that's just a joke? He just made a joke just to make a joke? You don't think he really feels that way?
Of course he feels that way. It's a roast. That's the point.
Okay, and Bill really feels this way about...
saying like, he's saying things that are true. It's like, yeah, it's a roast. That's what you do.
Bill really feels this way about Brady. Ready for it? Do you have this one? Bill winning without Brady. Do you have this? Because I think Bill feels this way too. If we could.
Hold on, I got like 2 minutes of Belichick here.
Okay. Well, Bill said it was both of us, but it was really me. I think Bill feels that way too.
Against you right now.
I think Bill feels that way too. I think they both really feel that way.
They should have been nicer to each other at the roast.
I'm not saying
for all of you
I'm not saying they should have been nice.
there that think about who's responsible for the Patriots' success during the time when Tom and I were there. Was it Brady? Was it me? Was it Brady? Was it me? In reality, the truth of the matter is, it was both of us because of me.
You don't think Bill really means that? That's just a joke.
I think there's truth in all people's jokes.
Well, this is all I've been saying for the last 30 minutes.
Yes. That's what makes it funny. It's their perspective.
I know, but the point is, Bill still thinks it was about him, and Brady still thinks it was about him, and that came through in the roast last night. Okay, you don't, but yeah, so you agree with that?
I think the fact that they're up there together, like trading back and forth, is not like, ooh, look, they still hate each other. It's like this is a fun night of mutual support.
I didn't say they hate each other. I think Bill still thinks.
Then what's your point?
I've listened to it. I said I think Bill still thinks it was about him, and Brady thinks it was about him, and only one is right.
I never stopped thinking that either of them thought that.
Okay, but but a lot of people out there think it's just it's just about both of them. They're cool with each other. I don't think they're cool with each other on that level. I think they're friendly and they're taking pictures with one another. I think Bill still thinks he could win without Brady. He made Brady. That's my point. I think that came through.
That Tom and I butted heads a lot, and
they're just jokes.
In a way, that was true, but not really. It was hard to butt heads with Tom because he was so far up Alex Guerrero's ass.
Good one too.
I think that one was overrated.
It made me feel better that he loosened up a lot as his little set went on.
Yeah, I just think
the first couple jokes, I was like, "Ooh, he is really white knuckling this thing. Like this is going to be uncomfortable." And then I was happy to see him just like breathe and be like, "Okay, everybody wants me to do well here, except for probably Amendola."
I just like that.
I love that. I mean, I thought it was so great that they both got to go up there and insult each other.
No, me too.
It's just all those fake interview, the CBS one where they're all sitting there like, "Oh, he's the greatest. No, he's the greatest. No, we love each other." Blah 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 blah. This was so much better.
No,
it was so much better.
I agree. But Brady told you he deflated footballs, and Bill and Brady told you they both think it's about them. That also came through last night. It was funny, and it was entertaining, and they went at each other, and they're probably mostly cool.
Bill's going to think that for the rest of his life. Jim.
Okay, I agree with that.
So is Brady. I mean, they're not. What do you think? They're going to change their mind?
I think a lot of people out there think, oh, you know what? They're cool now, and it was just 50-50. I think a lot of fans believe that.
I do think that they're like in a much better place than they were at the end of the 2019 season.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely are.
Okay, so then I don't understand what your point is. Like,
I bet you they both went out hogging after the
because Bill thinks he made
lines where
Bill
they both think
thinks he made Brady, and he did it, and he still feels that way. That's what I'm telling you. He still thinks he made Brady.
You had such a fun time with the roast.
I did have a fun time with the roast. I don't get why you think there's no truths there, that they don't still feel a certain way about how they won and who built who.
What make it funny?
No, I agree. This is my whole point. My whole point. Chris is in Worcester. Go ahead, Chris.
Guys, thank you very much, because I guess I'm too cheap to pay for Netflix. I'm the one person in America that doesn't have Netflix, and I wish I did, and I wish I watched it. I really appreciate all the commentary you guys have given me. So what I was going to ask, and you've already given it to me, is like, who was the worst? Who was the best? And were they really hammering Giselle? That's the other
thing. Yes. There were a lot of Giselle jokes.
Oh man.
Like a karate teacher.
I really didn't think they were going to go in like that.
That was insane that you thought they weren't going to go there.
It was like the number one subject.
Well, okay, so at the very, very beginning,
most of the jokes went Giselle, and then Gronk's dumb.
Yeah, so at the very, very beginning, you remember Kevin Hart comes out and he's like, this is the greatest roast of all time. And then he made like a Joe Montana joke.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was a terrible
I was
joke.
like, is this what the roast is going to be?
I thought the same thing when that happened.
And then they played the video, and then he starts with the karate jokes, and I was like, all right, this is much better. I'm glad that it wasn't going to be some Joe Montana football bullcrap.
Right.
That video also was very weird.
That was weird. It was like Man in the Arena.
I thought they were going to put the video up, and then it was going to be Brady throwing like pick sixes and losing Super Bowls. That's what I thought it was going to be, and it was just all Brady highlights.
Crying.
Yeah, it was very strange.
That's sort of what they do in the Comedy Central ones too, though. Like they'll have like a little prepackaged video for whoever the person is.
They didn't need to do it. Like anybody watching didn't know.
So they don't.
Who Tom Brady was?
Look, I've seen plenty of roasts, but I guess I don't. So it's not like a funny video. It's just like this is establishing who the person is.
Yeah, like this is who the person is. Like they did it with Trump and Bieber and all those other people.
Scott's in Abington. Go ahead, Scott.
Hey, Jones, I just want to say, when your grandfather grabbed your nose, he said, "I got your nose." Did you believe him?
There's truth in that joke.
Ridiculous.
You don't have my nose, Grandpa.
Scott, all I've said.
My grandpa thinks he has his nose.
Scott, everybody thought every joke up there about them was hilarious. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying that nobody was upset. Everybody had their turn. They knew they were all there for the same purpose.
This is what I'm telling you.
Mad.
Bill was upset, and you heard the crowd react. Bill was upset when Brady said, "You have no rings." I guarantee it. And when Bill goes, "Oh, yeah, I made you," it's the both of us, but it's because of me. I don't think that sat great with Brady. I think they're probably fine on a personal level, but that thing they both desperately care about. All of them care about who gets the credit. You haven't learned that yet? Kraft, Bill, Brady, they all care about it. And it's obvious who it was. Like, it's so obvious. The fact that Bill's hanging on to it is pathetic. And Kraft, same thing.
It was a joke.
I understand it was a joke.
Okay.
Everybody has to think. Everybody up there thought every joke was funny. I don't get how you think that.
I thought most of the jokes were funny.
No,
That's my
I
big
did
takeaway.
too. They were. I wasn't the butt of the jokes, Mego. The butt of the jokes don't find all of them funny.
Your nose is still there, by the way. Is that like Jones' origin story?
No,
Where's my nose?
That's Marchand's nose falls off with syphilis, is what we learned last week.